Hello everyone. This video will show how to find the GCF of a given two or more numbers. GCF is an acronym that stands for the greatest common factor. To better understand this definition, let's go over some examples. In this example, we're supposed to find the GCF of 12 and 20. The first step that we need to do is to figure out the factors of both 12 and 20. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down here. So let's start with 12 first. So the factors of 12 would be, that means what are these two numbers that when we multiply them, it will equal to 12. So we're going to always start with 1. That's the trick. So start with 1 and then that's 12. So 1 times 12 is 12. And then we also have 2 here. 2 times 6 is 12. Then we also have 3. 3 times 4 is 12. So these are the factors of 12 because if you put 4 here, it's just going to go back. 4 times 3 is 12 and so pretty much these are all the factors of 12. Now let's look at the factors of 20. So I go ahead and always start with 1. So that's a trick. 1 times 20 is 20. 2 works with 20. So that would be 2 times 10 is 20. 3 doesn't work with 20. 4 works with 20. So that would be 4 times 5 is 20. After 4 is 5 and we already have it. So these are all the factors of 20. So I'm going to go ahead and write that on the side over here. So the factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down here. So what I did was I just list them down. And then I will do the same thing for 20. I will list all these numbers down here. Now looking at these numbers here, we will find what are the numbers that are common to both of them. So in this case right here, we have 1 is common to both of them. 2 is common to both of them. We also have 3 doesn't have the 20 doesn't have the 3, but 4 is common to both of them. After that, we cannot find any more other numbers that are common to both of them. Since we say that greatest common factor is the biggest number among these common numbers here, we can therefore go ahead and say that 4 is the GCF of 12 and 20. The reason for that is 4 is the biggest between these three numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down here. Now let's have another example. In this example, we're supposed to find the GCF of 24 and 36. Again, pretty much the same thing. We're going to find the factors of 24 first. So that would be 24. Again, the trick is you always start with 1. So 1 times 24 is 24. 2 works with 24. That would be 2 times 12 is 24. 3 works with 24. So that would be 3 times 8 is 24. 4 works with 24. 4 times 6 is 24. 5 doesn't work with 24. 6, we already have it. So that means these are all the factors of 24. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down here. Now let's have the factors of 36. So I'm going to show the work down here. That's 36. Again, we always start with 1. So 1 times 36. 2 works with 36, and that would be 2 times 18. 3 works with 36. That is 3 times 12 is 36. 4 works with 36, so that is 4 times 9 is 36. 5 doesn't work with 36. However, 6 works with 36, and that is 6 times 6. So pretty much these are the factors of 36. So I will write it down here. So looking at this, the common values are 1. So we have 1 common to both of them. 2 is also common to both of them. We also have 3. We also have 4. We also have 6. We also have 12. And since we're looking for the biggest number among these circled numbers right here, we can therefore go ahead and say that the GCF of 24 and 36 is 12 because that's the biggest number of all these 6 numbers here. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down here. Now let's have another example. In this problem right here, we're supposed to determine the GCF of 30, 45, and 60. The first step that we need to do is to find the factors of 30. So I'm going to write it down here. So 30, again, you always start with 1. 1 times 30. 2 works with 30, so that's 2 times 15. 3 works with 30, that would be 3 times 10. 4 doesn't work with 30. 5 works with 30, that is 5 times 6. And we also have 6, so that's already, these are already the factors of 30. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down here. Now, I will find the factors of 45. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down here. So again, we always start with 1 times 45. 2 doesn't work with 45. 3 works with 35. So that would be 3 times 15. 4 doesn't work with 45. 5 works with 45. That is 5 times 9. 6 doesn't work. 7 doesn't work. 8 doesn't work. 9 works. And so these are the factors of 45. So I will write that down here. Now let's have the factors of 60. So first, again, we always start with 1. 1 times 60 is 60. 2 works with 60. That is 2 times 30. And then 3 works with 60. That is 3 times 20. 4 works with 60. That is 4 times 15. 5 works with 60. That is 5 times 12. And then 6 works with 60. That is 6 times 10. 7, 8, and 9 doesn't work with 60, but 10 works. So these are the factors of 60. So I will list them down here. Now we are going to find the common factors. First, we have 1 for all 3. We also have 3 for all 3. So 2 is missing on 45, but we get a 3 and 3. 5 is also another factors for all 3, so it's down here. We also have 15 is common to all 3, so that's 15. And we get the 15 right here. And these are all the common factors. So that means 1, 3, 5, and 15. 15 is the biggest number. That tells us that 15 is the GCF of 30, 45, and 60. So that is how we find the GCF of given numbers.